can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway, and in the driveway is a...
What up? What up, beautiful people? Boom, boom, boom. You know what time it is? You know what time it is. Double trouble time. All right. So, this is the Double Trouble Show. All right. Where we interview the brightest minds in the affiliate marketing, digital marketing space, entrepreneurs. And today I have the beautiful, just the amazing opportunity to do that again. But I can't do this alone. All right. This cannot do this alone. I need your help. So please don't be stingy. All right. Please crush that share button. Press that share button so that I can reach more people so that they can hear this inspiring message as well. So, with no further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce our special guest today. All right. And again, I'm I'm your host of the Double Trouble Show today, Jared A. Brown, and I typically have my twin brother with me, Jeff Brown. Hopefully, he'll be joining soon. If not, you will see him next week. All right, and you'll just have to deal with this guy right here. All right, but I'll be introducing my special guest. All right, and my special guest is he's currently living in Savannah, Georgia, but he was in Florida, was in Tampa. Now he's in Savannah, Georgia, and he is an affiliate marketer who's now trying to make money online and inspire others to do the same. All right, so please give a very warm welcome. All right, to our special guest, Philippe. All right, here we go. Here we go. VIP. What
All
up? What
right.
up? How are you?
What's up, Jared? I appreciate the introduction. I appreciate the invite to the show. Really glad to be here and participate on the Double Trouble show this Friday.
Oh, you're
I'm
welcome,
doing
man.
great.
It's
How
my
are you?
pleasure. I'm doing very well. Doing very well. Thank you. It is great to have you on. Let me ask, man. I'm so excited to have you on because when we've interacted at all, with Alwi and everything, you have this confidence, and I'm excited to have you on and to get to know you a little bit more. If you would introduce yourself and let the viewers and the audience know where you're from, where you grew up, and where how you've gotten to the point where you're at right now in your life.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm originally from Brazil. I was born and raised there. I lived in Brazil until I was 18. Moved to the US, go to college in Florida. And my life started like when I was still in high school back in Brazil. I always knew I wanted something different, for my life. I just saw everyone following this same path, graduating high school, going to the same universities in my city in Brazil or a city nearby. And I always saw everyone's following that path, and I just knew I wanted something different for my life.
Okay.
So I started exploring options, and I found an opportunity to come study in the United States. I was like, okay, that's what I want. So I grabbed that workout, ended up moving here, lived in Florida, went to the University of South Florida in Tampa for 5 years. And while I was still in college, I still had that same feeling inside of me, that I still wanted something different. I was like, okay, this has been an amazing opportunity, an amazing experience, so much personal growth involved in going to a different country, having opportunity to study there, and but I still wanted something different, But it was just that bug behind my ear, like telling me I wanted something different, but at the same time not being so sure what I wanted. And so I ended up graduating in Florida. I moved here to Savannah, where I live right now. Got a job here, moved here as an engineer, and that feeling stay with me. It's been with me since high
Okay.
school.
Uh-huh.
That's where I started looking up. Had free time. I was like, let's not waste more free time just playing video games and watching TV and doing all that kind of stuff. That's how most people doing around me. So I decided, I was like, okay, let me start looking up some ways, find a side hustle, something maybe I can make some extra income. If I'm gonna have extra time, I might as well use it to something that's gonna bring something to my life, right?
Right, right.
And
Okay.
so I was exploring a bunch of options and watching a bunch of YouTube videos, reading blogs, and that's how I ended up stumbling upon affiliate marketing. And after some time just watching YouTube videos and trying a few things here and there, I found my first program, invested on it, and this program gave me, I learned so much that it gave me such a sense of purpose in several things. I became really passionate about personal development and decided that it was like my life mission to help other people see the importance of personal development in their lives and to help others find their purpose as well.
Awesome. Personal development. That is so significant. It's really important, I think, as well, because kind of like what you had mentioned, is that other people may be playing video games, and I'm not knocking video games by any stretch of the imagination because I enjoy them, but you're right that sometimes we we can fall into that sort of rut where we're doing the same thing as everybody else. And when you focus on self-development, it almost makes you look at yourself differently, where you you want to do things differently than everybody else, and you want to improve. And so I find that fascinating. Um, what what are some things that you've done to focus on self development or personal development? Have you done like a meditation, or have you done anything that that maybe you can pass on to other people watching right now for to give them tips on how to do that?
Yeah, for sure. Uh, all right, Jeff is back with us.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hi,
All
Jeff.
right, glad to have you back.
Thanks. Sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties with my laptop. I had to get on a different computer.
Okay. All right.
Not a problem. So, one of the things, first, I do like video games too. Not knocking video games like you said. I still play them sometimes, but specifically as a relaxation moment, not as just a regular thing that I play every day. But getting back to the self-improvement, uh, so for me, it became like, it just started feeling so good, you start working on yourself. When I started, mainly just reading books and listening to audiobooks,
Awesome.
and you just start seeing all that nourishing content, it just start feeding your mind, and it's kind of addictive,
It is, yeah.
you
Right.
want more and more, you want more of that growth, and you see it's like, wow, I read a book about this, and I learned so much about it, but and okay, let me try one about this topic now and this topic, and you start expanding your mind in all different areas of personal development and growing so much. And I started little by little trying to just implement more and more in my routine, just trying new things. It was like, sure, I was like, okay, I always heard about uh early risers being, the most productive people.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try something crazy. Let's start waking up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So, I did that. Like, just 1 week, I decided, okay, I'm gonna start waking up at 4 a.m. now. I'm gonna work on my business all morning, work out in the morning, read in the morning, all before I go to work, which I need to be at 8 a.m. And I loved it. I'm still doing it. I started doing that September last year, and I still do it
You're
every
still
day. I go
doing
to
it.
bed. Yeah,
Awesome.
I go to bed at 8:30 p.m. Wake up at 4.
That
It's a
sounds
pretty
like
crazy routine.
it kind of sounds like my routine, except for I go to bed like around 9 p.m. and I get up between 4:30 and 5 a.m. every morning. But
Okay.
I have to be to work at 7 a.m. I often see on your social media feed a lot of posts or photos of you either running or doing a lot of sort of fitness. So,
Hmm.
that those posts or photos must be from that time in the morning where that you're talking about, where you're getting up and doing that. So, do you do most of that outside, or do you also do some fitness training inside?
So I usually do a calisthenics training 3 times a week, which is inside. I just go to the gym here at the apartment complex I live in,
Uh huh.
and another 3 days of the week I run. Then I run outside, and so it's six days a week. And exercise is another thing that it just it just helps with my mindset. I try to push myself more and more, and that's what I got so passionate about running. I ended up getting more into running because of my girlfriend who used to run in college, but I ended up becoming really passionate about it because just going that extra mile every time. So like one day I go out to run, I just try to push my pace a little more or push the distance, and we even ended up signing up for 2 marathons now. So that's gonna be another
Wow.
really
Impressive.
nice challenge.
Yeah,
you know
that
as
sounds
you
like a nice
as you push
challenge.
the body, you help grow your mind as well. So for me it's completely related,
Mm-hmm.
exercising every day to also developing my mind.
Right. So you just said that we are signed up for a marathon. So who's your partner in this?
Oh, it's my girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, she's going with me.
All right. So
It'll
she's
be
running
nice.
too.
We're going to the Washington D.C. marathon late this October, and we're doing the Disney marathon as well in January
Oh, cool.
next
Very
year.
cool.
Yeah, should be a nice challenge.
I visited Washington D.C. just earlier this year in February. It was my first time in D.C. That that sounds like a lot of fun. You know, I think that fitness is very connected to personal development because you're right. Is that it's a way to improve yourself physically, but it's
Mhm.
to get the blood moving. Anytime you're getting you're doing physical activity, you're getting the blood going, and just um, you're not just being lazy, so to speak. And when you're active, I think that your brain becomes, you're also going to open up another part of your brain when your blood is going, and you're going to have endorphins, serotonin, all those different things are going to be, moving within your body, and you become more awake. In fact, I think I read somewhere that when you do uh, push-ups, as an example, that it's almost a bigger like a adrenaline rush versus caffeine when you're doing push-ups, and so it's I, I I can understand how getting up early, and you had mentioned early risers, that if you get up early in the morning and you make that a routine, that successful people, I can see how they can get a kind of a leg up on their competition, so to speak, because they're getting their brain going a lot earlier in the morning.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's that cerebral brain fluid that
Yeah, the
starts moving.
cognitive function, starts going much earlier. I can see how that would work for sure.
Yeah, at first I thought it was gonna be hard. I was gonna feel tired. I was like, wow, I'm gonna wake up at 4 and it should be at work from 8 to 5 the whole day. I thought it was gonna be so hard. And like within a week, I was already used to it. And just the thing about exercising in the morning, it started giving me so much energy. I actually felt better. I felt more productive on my work, even waking up earlier, So it ended up being, I was like, I was amazed. And it also, the exercising in the morning also helps improve the quality of your sleep at night. So
Okay.
that did a
Okay.
lot for me too. And
So
in the end, you see, everything ends up being interconnected, right?
yeah,
Your
for sure.
exercise, the quality of the sleep, the way you feed your body, all connects to the mind, and it sort of dictates the quality of your days, right? The quality of your days, which might end up dictating your productivity, and which might end up dictating your success in whatever business plan you decide to follow.
Amen to that. So speaking of sleep, because I think it is understated that sleep is important. I think too many times we almost take it for granted. Um, I remember it may have been a couple months ago, but I remember being on the Zoom call with Alwi, and you had the red light on the call, and I think the reason why is because the blue light from computers, cell phones, that can help keep us more alert at night versus the red light. Is that right?
So the blue light actually breaks the melatonin that our eye produces, and the red light does the opposite. It induces the natural
Mm.
production of melatonin from our
Okay.
eyes.
Yeah.
So, like an hour or two before bed, I turn on some red lights, and all around the house, all gets red. People really think it's really funny whenever I do that.
No, I think that's
But
cool.
it actually helps a lot. Like
Yeah.
I've had people come here laugh,
Uh-huh.
friends, even my father-in-law, but came here at first laughed, but next day it was like, wow, that felt like the red light really helped me get a good night of sleep last night. I was like, yeah, it
It
does.
worked.
And even
Yeah.
yeah, even some red lenses goggles, what I use
Uh-huh.
sometimes. If you need to stay in front of the computer,
Yeah.
I just try to turn on the night light on the computer, use those red goggles, and it helps a lot.
Yeah, that's I find that fascinating. Anything that we can do to help us either get more sleep or to help us kind of calm down at night, I think is fascinating. Again, it's a part of what I do to try uh, to lessen my anxiety as I've looked at other things. I love self care books, and so I'm really big on self care books. And if I don't find the time to actually read in a physical book, then I do Audible books where I listen to books. But the so I guess the next question that I'd have for you, that I'd love for our listeners to kind of find out more about you is, um, when you first got introduced to affiliate marketing, um, you had mentioned that you wanted to try to help other people, and I love that you said it that way, because often I find that too many people that are trying to make money online, they're almost focused too much on themselves. And you had mentioned you wanted
And
to
it's
help other
natural.
people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying a bit of a holistic approach, I guess I could say, to affiliate marketing, where I want to, put affiliate marketing side by side with personal development, because the way I see it, it's like there's a famous quote by Jim Rohn that I live by, which is that success is something you attract by the person you become, right? So
Oh
I
wow.
guess the
Yeah.
first step to succeeding in any business is to work on yourself, to work on your mind first. You elevate yourself to a
Yeah,
point
for sure.
where success is just going to be inevitable, so that's mainly the part I want to try to help people with, uh, before they start their affiliate journeys. I want them to see that's like work on yourself, work on your mind. And when you start your affiliate marketing journey, things are going to be so much easier. It's going to be so much easier to deal with the hardships, to deal with failure, getting back up, trying
Right.
again, never giving up, all that stuff. So yeah, that's my, kind of my approach. And I know a lot of people get into it. They only see the part of like making money, making money, making money, and that's why I want to try people to see like the importance
Right.
of,
It
of
well,
that first step.
it seems to me, Felipe, that you've taken on this a different perspective, and I like it because you're looking at it from the aspect of that it's totally a marathon. It's not a race, right? And there are
Mhm.
several different things involved to get to your mind in the right place, the mindset tuned, right? And that that is something I can totally understand and relate to because I have an affinity for fitness as well, and I totally agree with you that your physical as well as your mental being go hand in hand with affiliate marketing.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think it. Sorry, I think it just ends up going like hand to hand, right? if you if you're not gonna work on yourself like for long-term success, like I think people can get into affiliate marketing, grind, make money, but even without working on themselves, I'm not gonna say that's like, oh, you're only gonna make money if you work on your personal development and everything. But I think for the long term, it's essential. Like
absolutely.
you gotta work on yourself
totally agree.
because
Yeah,
otherwise, things get out of balance. You ended up getting burnout at some point, even though you may have success for a while, for a period of time. If you're not growing your mind and uh, elevating yourself with it
Absolutely.
and keeping that balance right between personal, professional, physical, and spiritual
Hmm.
lives, and just pulling all of those up together, it
Yeah.
just if it's like money, 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 professional, you might get up to a point, but at some point you're gonna go completely out of balance and
Yeah.
you're gonna fall.
100%. 100%. In fact, our guest last week was Stephanie Mo Davis, and she said something very similar. She talked about how there's a balance as well, and that the if you don't balance your spiritual life with everything else that's in your life, that when there is an imbalance, that there are other things in your life that will have chaos when you don't have that balance. And so very similar, she said something that was very similar last week, and I think that's profound. I really think it is profound that too many of us will have some of the things in our life be too much, and that's why sometimes there are certain things in our lives that produce more chaos, so to speak, because there is that imbalance. And the spiritual side, personal development, whatever you want to call it, when you're focusing more on developing and becoming a better version of yourself, um, it's huge. It is. Even Lambo, Jeff, do you remember Lambo said something like that?
right. You did say something along those lines, exactly.
Yeah. So another gentleman that we've had on our show, Lambo, um, he had said something very similar as well. It was something like the the one of the most important things that we can do is to have the mindset. The mindset is the most important step in regards to becoming successful. And so absolutely kudos to you for trying to focus on not only developing yourself but also wanting to help other people I applaud you for that, because I think that too many times, again, people have either greed or they've got other things on their mind, and after a while, people see that. You know what I mean? They'll see right through. Hopefully, I mean, obviously,
They do.
yeah. I mean, so yeah. I mean, there are going to be some people that will get away with being fake, right? Unfortunately, that's the case. But the people that are real, okay, and if you're authentic like you are, then to me, that's the people that I'm going to root for, because you know, you showing your authenticity is the person that should be um, attracting real people. And I'm excited to to have your story told right now, so that people can, who haven't been connected to you, could now get connected to you from maybe my YouTube channel or Jeff's YouTube channel, so that we can find, you know, more people that haven't heard your story before. Because you know, I I lived in Germany for a couple years, and I think it's also understated when people, um, when English isn't your native language, and you know, it's not the easiest language to learn, and so I want to applaud you for learning that, because um, the thing about that I loved about the German language, and Jeff understands this, is that everything is spelled the way it looks. And in English, that's not the case. And it's got to be frustrating for somebody who learns it, is that there's a silent E sometimes in English, you know, and there's all these, you know, things that, you know, that aren't easy to understand, you know, and then, so to me, it's incredible for a guy your age. You seem so mature and wise. Have other people said that too?
Yeah, I've heard that that before, and it makes me really happy to hear it, honestly. So
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, very, for someone, you know, your age, you seem very wise and mature. And so what, you know, what would be, you know, what are some steps, maybe some things that you would like to achieve in the next 6 months, for the next year? What would be some milestones for you? You know, you've talked about the marathon, of course.
hmm Yeah, that's definitely one of my milestones. I actually have on the other side of the wall, you can't see here, but I've made a goals mural, which I
Uh-huh.
use for visualization most mornings. But it's not necessarily 6 months, 1 year, but I have lots of goals there. And I don't think I have my goals too clearly defined for the next 6 months to 1 year,
Uh-huh.
but some of the goals that I have, one main goal that it is to travel to every single country in the world, and that's one of the main reasons I got into affiliate marketing. You know, the time freedom and the geographical freedom. It's just something that I know, working from
Nice.
for a regular 9 to 5, it's kind of hard to visit, what is it, 196 different
Right.
countries. Makes it kind
Great.
of difficult, right? But if you can work from anywhere in the world, so that's one of my goals that I keep, that I visualize all the time. And I see myself from the airport. I see myself catching those flights and going from one country to another, and just going everywhere,
Nice.
getting a chance to visit every single country.
When
And
when I lived in Germany as a 19-year-old for 2 years, I caught that proverbial travel bug, and ever since then, I've always enjoyed traveling to other countries and living in other countries, experiencing their culture, tasting their food, learning their languages. Right? I've lived in the Middle East collectively about 22 years. Right? Uh, and I've also lived and worked in Mozambique, Africa, and my wife is from Ethiopia, and I've traveled to Ethiopia 6 or 7 times. So I can totally relate to the whole traveling thing. I would love to be able to do that same thing.
I, I actually made I had the chance to make a backpack trip around Europe for
Oh, very
about
cool.
65 days. I went
Mm-hmm.
all by myself, and it was such an amazing experience. I visited 15 countries during that trip, and that was something that opened up my mind, like in a way that it's even hard to describe, because you just meet so many different people. I wouldn't stay more than 3 days in a city. So many cities, just 1, 2 days, and you get there by yourself, which was something that I wanted to do because it kind of forces you to get out of your comfort zone,
Comfort
go
zone,
talk to
yeah.
people. You
Uh-huh.
just meet different people. I had a different group of friends every single city I've been to,
Right.
and this just the cultural experience, meeting people from all over the world, and exchanging ideas and talking about our lives, and
It's
seeing how
very
everyone ended up there. It's
right. It's
so
very
much growth.
enlightening. And
Hmm.
you just mentioned something I'd like to touch on, Felipe. Stepping out of your comfort zone, right? I mean, that is something that we in the online business industry have to do sometimes more than we would like to, you know?
Hmm.
So I remember not too long ago not too long ago, you were going live on Facebook, and I dropped a comment like, "Hey, you did really well in your Facebook live," and you mentioned that this was something you didn't do very often, so you were stepping out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, for me, going live, just the whole social media thing. I didn't even have Facebook anymore. I created a new Facebook when I started affiliate marketing. And on Instagram, like, I barely get on Instagram. I banned them a long time ago. So I started getting back to social media because of affiliate marketing. Because I just never felt like, posting about my life and sharing much. So it was something that was very different for me to start, and especially, going live, speaking to the camera, uh,
Mhm.
especially my second language, right? Maybe a bit,
Uh,
I feel a
exactly,
lot more
and
comfortable now, but if I were to have started in Portuguese, I'm sure it would have been a lot easier, even though I speak English for many, many years now, Portuguese is still the
yeah,
vocabulary. It's still my main language, right? So that
bom
makes
dia.
makes a bit of a difference too. But it was in the beginning, it was definitely, just the thing of putting myself out there, something that I never felt like doing before. It was like, no, but that's actually an opportunity. If you want to be seen, you gotta put yourself out there, right?
Right, exactly. I mean, in this online business industry, we have to get gain exposure in the social media venues so that we can
Mm-hmm.
develop and develop our brand. There's
Yes.
in order to develop your brand and to get your gain awareness to your brand. That's something we have to do. We have to step out of our comfort zone and somehow or another we have to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
part
that
of
that's great. Uh, just being uncomfortable, I think we even made a post about it a few weeks ago, probably, just about choosing discomfort, voluntary discomfort. Something that's gonna make you uncomfortable, and just go ahead and do it. Be it sometimes maybe something physical, mental, social. Just go ahead and do it. Choose to do it, even when you don't need to do it, because it just trains the mind for whenever you do need it, and it just helps you grow
right.
so much, right? Like discomfort.
I mean, similar to the marathon that you're going to be doing, and maybe some of the other runs that you've been on in the morning. Uh, the road isn't going to be easy sometimes. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be bumpy. It's going to be uphill, and sometimes it's going to be downhill, right? But the road is something we have to get used to, and we have to overcome the
Mhm.
obstacles.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one thing I heard a lot of people saying, like, hey, running the marathon, it's not the hard part. the hard part is training for it, you know, because on the day after you've already trained and you're good, the day on the marathon, you probably do well as long as you train well. But during training, there's gonna be days and weekends where you wish you would go out with your friends, but Saturday morning you gotta run 30 kilometers, you know, and it's one of those things of it. I think it teaches a lot of discipline and learning how to be uncomfortable. You know, pushing to the limit. You know how much you gotta run. Sometimes you don't feel like
Right.
it. Might hurt, yeah, but you still gotta do it. So
Sure.
I think I'm like actually excited for the journey and not just the marathon in a certain way because I know that it can bring a lot of growth.
Absolutely. I think the more we do things that are uncomfortable, the the more we grow. And
Hmm.
and so it's not easy to do uncomfortable things, but I think that it says a lot about your character that you were willing to do some uncomfortable things, going live and doing posting things about your life so that you could help other people. And it says a lot
Hmm.
about your character that you are willing to do uncomfortable things, because not everybody likes change. Change is not it's not easy for people. They get used to their routine, right? And when you do changes, it puts things out of their order.
Right, ruffles our feathers.
Yeah, change is it's something a lot of people are not used to, and so many sees like, wow, but I feel so comfortable where I am with my life right now. Why do I need to change? And it's hard. I actually see that a lot of people at work sometimes I speak to, it's like really a bunch of people that don't like to get out of their comfort zones. And I see that, and I try to, give my input and help whenever I can. Of course, you can only help those who want to be helped, right? But even though I
That's
try
very true.
sometimes, but it's something that I see, and I used to see a lot back home. Some people that were very comfortable there, and that's I think one of the things that left that bug behind my ear that I wanted something different. I think deep down I was wanting to escape the bubble, just burst the bubble, get out. It's like, hey, let's go have an adventure in the United States and go to college there and see have something different for my life, something that you because you there you see your whole life written out for you when you stay there. It's like I could see because you have so many examples of people around you. Everyone's doing the same things and going to the same university and working at the same places and just going out to the same spots. So you know how your life's gonna be like. You can see the rest of your life ahead of you. When you decide to burst the bubble, get out of your comfort zone, and go venture yourself and uh, somewhere in another country like I did, the things your future is not defined anymore. The things
All right.
suddenly just get there's a lot of uncertainty. You don't know the next steps. As an immigrant, you don't know if you're going to be able to stay in the United States and how it's going to be, and all of that just becomes makes life way more exciting.
Absolutely. Wow. Y- I mean, you're right. You're the writer of your own script. You're the author of your own book, so to speak, your book of life. And why not be the person that's controlling it? Instead of allowing other things in your life control what you do.
Hmm.
It's beautiful. Well,
Yeah,
we're nearing the
exactly.
end right here. We're nearing the end of the interview, but what would be something that you would invite, like if someone were to want to know more about affiliate marketing, and what kind of tips or insight would you like to give somebody who's just starting out in affiliate marketing?
Well, first of all, I'll start with the first step. That for me is work on yourself, read books, listen to other books, personal development programs, whatever you can get your hands on, and that's gonna expand your mind. And then when it starts to affiliate marketing, what I'd say is, start on Facebook, start small, start with, but essentially create your own framework, I'd say, because we all go through different programs, and there are a lot of great programs. I believe you can be successful with following this or that.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, I think what's the biggest differential if you want to get into affiliate marketing is taking what you can, learning from different places, not just learning from one place and following to the dot. It's like, okay, I need to do this and this and this exactly how it's teaching. It's like you just have um, this thing of understand what it's from this program, what aligns best to the way you want to do things, what makes more sense to yourself, to your brand. Use that, and we can never stop investing in yourself. So eventually, I don't think you should just do one program and that's it, I'm done. And you find a mentor, maybe you find a different program, you find a mastermind group, whatever it is, just you get the pieces from different places you learn and create your own framework. Don't just blindly follow processes, create your own.
Right. Create your own and customize it according to your own personal needs.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
because
love that.
I see a lot of people saying stuff like, hey, just follow the process, just do this. And I don't know, I say build a new process, right? Just use what works for you, because it's not because it works for one person that everyone can just follow that process uh, completely and it's going to work for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
and then some people might get like, oh, but this program doesn't work. But like, hey, see what was the best things you got out of this program. Keep that. Maybe you can invest in another program. See what's missing here from what you got from this one, and pull the rest from here, and make your tweaks, and put your face to it, and build a brand.
Always find something good and productive from whatever
Mhm.
happens in your day, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute delight having you on the Double Trouble show. Um, so so fascinating to hear everything that you're doing, and honestly, I'm super impressed by you, and I want to thank you for coming on and and telling everybody about what you're doing and what you stand for. It's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate the invite, guys. You guys are awesome. Really had fun sharing my story here. So you guys are really energetic.
Uh,
So keep up
it's been
the
our
great work you guys been doing.
yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Felipe. It's definitely our pleasure. Keep moving forward, and we'll be supporting you all the way through, man. And that marathon. When exactly is that marathon going to be again?
The first one is October 29th, and the other one's January 7th.
Okay. Okay.
I'll definitely be posting a few things about trainings and stuff, so you guys
Leading
can
up to it.
take a look at that.
Very cool.
All right,
Sounds
man.
good. All right.
All
Well, thank
right.
you again. All right. Have a good weekend.
Thank you so much, guys. You as well.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right. What a delight. I mean, it's so much positive, good, vibrant energy, that he provides. And I'm just so impressed by him. Wise, mature, and
Well beyond his years. Yeah, I agree.
absolutely. And so glad that we had him on as a guest. And I hope that everybody else was just as inspired as we were. And if you are, don't be stingy. All right. Please share this so that other people can hear his message as well. From Brazil, speaks Portuguese as his native language, speaks English very well. It's very impressive. Again, um, he's just a great, an impressive, amazing young man. And I'm so glad that he came on. And if you want to share his message, please do click that share button. Don't be shy. Don't be stingy, so that we can get other people inspired as well.
Right. And in addition to, if you're just now starting on your journey, or you're curious about starting on the journey of affiliate marketing, and you don't know exactly where to start or where to go, contact either one of us, and we will get you started on that journey today, tomorrow, whenever it is that you're ready to go. And in addition to that, I'd also like to add, if you're interested in being on the Double Trouble Show, drop us a comment, and or get in touch with us via Facebook Messenger, and we'll get you scheduled and lined up on the Double Trouble Show.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Peace. We're out. Boom.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway, and in the driveway.